மீடியா நேயர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கூட யார் இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, சமீபத்துல சோஷியல் மீடியால ட்ரெண்ட் ஆன தி ஜீனியஸ் அத்வைத். ஹலோ, வணக்கம்.
Thank you.
வணக்கம். ஹாய்.
Hi, I'm fine.
So glad and happy to have you here. And மக்களே, நான் ஒரு விஷயம் சொல்லணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ப்ளீஸ் இந்த ஒரு கான்வர்சேஷன் வந்து மெஜாரிட்டி இங்கிலீஷ்ல தான் இருக்கும். ஏன்னா அத்வைத் வந்து கேரளால உள்ள ஒருத்தர். அவருக்கு வந்து தமிழ் வந்து தெரியாது. இங்கிலீஷ் அண்ட் மலையாளம் மட்டும்தான் தெரியும். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு கான்வர்சேஷன் லைட்டா இங்கிலீஷ்ல தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ ப்ளீஸ் டூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் அண்ட் பேர் வித் அஸ் in this entire interview. ஏன்னா நம்மளுக்காக அத்வைத் வந்து நிறையவே இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான விஷயங்கள் வந்து ஷேர் பண்ண போறாரு. So yes, அத்வைத், firstly congratulations because உங்களுடைய அந்த ஒரு effort வந்து paid off ஆயிருக்கு கடைசியில. Superstar happened to come across your video of the portrait that you made for him specially and ஒரு audio message கூட அனுப்பிச்சாங்க. எப்படி இருந்தது அந்த ஒரு moment? How did you feel about it?
I wasn't even I was so happy that I was I couldn't
Is it?
yeah.
You were speechless. You were just stunned all over. Okay. And how did you begin? Before we could go into talking about the audio message that you received, எப்படி இந்த ஒரு talent வந்து உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சது? When did you start with this solving of Rubik's cubes and then the portrait? Just tell us about that.
I started solving Rubik's cube at the age of 7.
Wow.
Like my brother taught me.
Okay.
His name is Vishnu Mahesh. And like making portraits, I just started 3 months before. And I've been doing it 25 portraits in all.
Oh my God. So I just saw that video of yours. It was quite a challenging, task to be done. You had to solve the Rubik's and then fix it accordingly because you had patterns. The mosaic portrait that you had different patterns and color combinations. So how did you get into the practice of, quickly doing that mosaic thing?
It's just like we need a lot of dedication in that and just hard work.
Okay, so which was your first attempt in creating one portrait? Definitely you would have practiced a lot before you start working on portrait pictures. Which was your first project or attempt in creating one? Do you
Yes, my first project was done 3 months before. It was my mother's and father's wedding photo.
Lovely.
I used about 300 photos, cubes.
Okay, so you initially were into Rubik's solving, Rubik's cube thing, or you wanted to do this mosaic portrait, and which is why you ventured into Rubik's?
No, ma'am. I was mostly into speed solving than
Okay.
making portrait.
Nice. So at what speed do you solve the Rubik's cube?
I have solved a 3x3 within 6 seconds. That is my best time I've got.
Oh my God, 6 seconds. Amazing. It is God gift indeed, because by the time I just turned the Rubik's cube, it would take 6 seconds for me. And you solve an entire Rubik's cube within 6 seconds. Amazing. So truly gifted you are, Advaidh. And after this solving of the Rubik's cubes, you began to make portraits out of it, mosaic portraits. So which was your first thing? You said that it was your parents' wedding anniversary and you want to make something out of, 300 Rubik's cube. Am I right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you made a portrait out of that. So how long did that take?
My first project took about 6 hours in total.
Hours. So I have this thing. இப்போ பொதுவாவே நம்மள மாதிரி ஆட்கள்லாம் we do not have patience at all. நம்மளுக்கு பொறுமை என்ற ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கவே இருக்காது. We are in a rapidly traveling world. Something that we do not stay. Anything and everything should happen really rapidly, really fast. And something like this that takes around 6 hours to complete one project, you need a lot of patience, perseverance, dedication, and hard work. So you never felt, really how do I say, bored at one point that, oh my God, this is taking quite a long time. I think I should try maybe after a couple of minutes, just take a short break and then get back.
No, ma'am. Like I was really interested in doing that because it was my first project.
Yeah. So anything that you have an interest towards, you always tend to finish it at the earliest possible. But 6 hours is like quite long. So I really appreciate that, sincere effort of yours to wait for all those, 6 hours to get a portrait done. Lovely. And how many portraits have you done till date?
About 25 portraits I have done in
Okay.
total.
Can you name them? Like I saw a few. Like we had superstar Rajni sir, and then you had even more like Mammootty sir, Mohanlal sir. I saw a few portraits and 25. Can you just name a few of them?
Yes, ma'am. I've made Chitra ma'am's photo. Then our CMO, Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi sir.
Wow.
Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi sir. And also Rahul Gandhi sir. And President of India.
Lovely. So almost you've covered all the biggies in your creative work. So did you receive feedbacks from them on watching the thing that you did?
Like we did not receive any feedback, but like it was going viral in Facebook and Twitter. But Chitra ma'am gave a feedback. She sent me a video, not video, a voice message.
Nice, nice, nice. No, talking about voice message. A voice message that recently trended on social media was the one superstar Rajni sir sent it to you. So how was that? That was such a sweet gesture of superstar to do that. So tell us about that.
Like at morning itself, like I just posted the like at night,
Okay.
and it had about 0 views. And the
Mhm.
next day when I checked the Twitter page, like it was something like it had more than 1 lakh views.
That's
And
great.
that time my father got a message from his assistant, I guess, telling that Rajini sir wanted to show this to me. and
Okay.
and that like at that time my father came to me and he showed me the voice message.
So how did you react to it? Like you said, you were
Like
just you were speechless. And what was the reaction of your family members? Your mom, dad, your brother?
yeah, they were all speechless.
Everybody.
We did not even think about it.
Yeah, true. So, like you had told you've done a lot of these works, like around 25, if I'm not wrong. So, how did your other friend circles and the others around you, your near and dear ones, how did they be part of your journey? How did they encourage you?
They were really supportive. Like my young sister, she used to help me during the portraits and all,
Hmm.
by assembling the cubes in the box and taking it out and all. Like in my first portrait, my sister really gave me a helping hand.
Hmm.
Yes, and my other friend circles, they were really supportive.
Okay. So, how did your friends react when they got to know that Superstar personally, sent you an audio note?
And like they were like, oh my god, they were so, they
It was
were too
a proud
speechless.
moment.
Like,
A proud moment for you, huh? That
yes, ma'am.
Superstar sent me an audio message appreciating my hard work.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, how do you manage between your academics and your, this part-time thing of yours? Your hobby. Is this your hobby, solving Rubik's Cube and making? Okay, so how do you balance between academics and your hobby?
Like because of online schools, it really made me do something like this. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done anything.
So your lockdown, your quarantine, in fact, went on really well because you had something to keep yourself engaged with. Unlike
Yeah.
the others, unlike us, unlike me, who somehow managed to pass out time in during this quarantine. So it was so nice to see a young boy like you come up with such creative talents during, quarantine, and you have a long future to go, Advaidh. All the very best. And tell us about your other hobbies. Apart from solving, cubes, what else do you do?
Like I also like love to read more books like about snakes and wildlife.
Okay.
I also play piano.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a multi-talented boy, I guess. You have hands all over.
Uh,
Maybe jack of all trades, is it?
uh,
So, how is your academic your process going on? Because everything has come up to a different, setting altogether. Online classes have begun in a new way, so we're getting back to the new normal. Apart from, you said that since we have online classes, it somehow helped you out with your creative work, your hobbies. But what if we did not have this online thing? You had to go to school on regular basis. So, how did that help then?
like if I go to school every day, I couldn't have got this much time to create a portrait. Like
So,
my
what
first portrait wouldn't
you
be
you were like going to school on alternate days, or you were bunking school? Is that what you meant? No.
no.
So you were regular to school. You were a good student. Ah,
Yeah.
student. Okay. So nice, nice, nice. And what are your other projects? Are you preparing for another portrait, another, blockbuster story?
Like now I'm doing an animated like the Pokemon portraits, and,
Okay.
and I'm also planning to do Amitabh Bachchan sir's portrait.
Amazing, amazing. I had this doubt, Advait, while I was watching that video of yours that you posted while making the mosaic portrait. Now, you solve the cubes in, the color form, and you keep it ready, and then you start fixing with it, or you solve it with that 6 second duration, and then you start fixing. How is it? How does that happen?
In that 6 second duration, I solve it and keep it in
Okay,
the
and
correct order.
you have a picture in your mind, or you have a reference picture so that
Like
you.
I have a reference picture.
Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine. So it was lovely talking to you, Advait, and wishing you a bright future ahead. You are indeed God's gift. So all the very best. And would you like to tell something to our viewers, the viewers of V4U Media? They're really sweet for sitting all this while and watching this lovely conversation of ours. Would you like to tell something to them?
Like I would like to get support for making portraits of past presidents, Indian presidents, and hand them over to Rashtrapati Bhavan. I also request everyone to please subscribe and follow my Instagram page and YouTube pages.
Lovely.
Thank
You do have a YouTube page as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. It would be great if you could just tell the ID and the thing to be followed so that the ones watching would get to know.
It's my name itself, Advaidh, ma'am.
Advait, okay. And how do you pronounce your second name? Is it Manali?
Manari.
Manali. Oh, I'm so sorry. So, okay. So you have the same thing for YouTube and Instagram pages as well.
Yeah.
That was so nice, Advait. I would like to know if you have your mom or your dad beside you right now. I would like to talk to them as well.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes, hello,
Oh,
ma'am. Namaste, and I hope you're also doing good.
doing great, ma'am. In fact, you have a blessed son alongside you today. So you would definitely feel so proud about having, someone like Advait with you. How was your feedback and your response as a mother?
It's actually, we are very much grateful to God Almighty because, see, this lockdown has been a big problem to many. At the same time, it had affected us also. But somehow, I think so, he managed, he brought a positive concept from this whole pandemic. He did something very well, which we are really proud of. But at times, I used to get very angry because I've seen always, I mean, always a cube is there with him, even if it's going to washroom or going to when we are going outside or while having food or whatever he does, he has this cube with him. So at times it becomes very much annoying. because ultimately, as a parent, we give more importance to studies and education. So I do feel, sometimes that easy moving out of the normal path or something. So at times we get, we usually used to have problems for that. But then, I don't know, somehow he managed, and he did really well with this thing, and we are very happy for that. Yes.
Definitely, ma'am.
Many do have confusions for that. So usually we used to tell him that you solve the entire cube, just make it in a normal manner, and then you do the portraits. Because what happens is, like, the portrait is set, and when the same cubes have been, kept inside the boxes, people do feel it's normal. Even me would have felt that he must have done it before and simply fixing it up. So usually when we go out to other venues, when he does in a public, usually all cubes are solved. And from there, he fixes each scramble. So then it is like, fine. People do understand that it's been done by him at the very same time.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. What happens is, like, he's a bit lazy, to tell you frankly, because all these portraits, once he does the portrait, doesn't like to remove it. Either me or my little one, she has to do it. That is our job, to do it, to get it back.
Easy, ma'am. You would have had. We put in a lot of effort, 6 hours of tedious work, and how
He
do you,
does that. Yeah, he
remove
says that.
it again?
No, he does say that always. Don't make me remove it, Amma. I'm so happy when I see this thing being done so nicely. And you're asking me to remove it again, which is very difficult. At least you do that part. And we usually used to keep it down, but I don't know. I don't even know a bit to solve it. Not even a side, not even a cross. That is the words which he usually uses. So none of us in the house knows that. So usually when we take him to different venues, the problem is he does that in front of many people, and he is fine. He's free to do it. But people like me, when we're sitting in the backstage, we feel, is he doing it properly? Is there any problem, or will he do it? And even if there is a small problem, we have no clue to how to help him out for that. We are just, you have to stand aside and watch whatever he's been doing. That is what. So my husband used to say, it is the biggest tension in my entire life to take him out for certain
Oh
this
my
programs
God.
and all.
So Advaidh was actually speechless. He did not know how to react to when he received that audio message from superstar Rajni sir. How was your reaction? Had you anticipated that?
No, I mean, not even in our dreams, because it was like a normal thing that he used to do. We used to, whenever he does something, portraits, we usually used to, upload it in Instagram and YouTube and stuff. And this time also, the same thing happened, because usually we do it towards, night time when his father is home. So this also, I mean, we did Rajinikanth sir's, and he uploaded it as a normal thing. But the next day morning, it was like a big surprise, because his online classes is on right now. So by 7 a.m., his class starts. So for that, I used to on the mobile data, means in the morning time. Once it was on, it was like going on, coming with flashing out with so many messages. And, we were like stunned at a second, and we never thought of such a thing. And in the morning, my husband got a call saying that Rajinikanth sir has sent an audio message. And the entire family was like shocked. We were not, I mean, we didn't have anything, not even a clue. And especially from a person, with that voice, with that, that wonderful voice, when we heard Advaidh's name being, recalled by him, we felt really so happy. Actually, goosebumps are there, to tell you frankly. But then, thank you so much. And I think so this is a platform I could really thank sir for his support, because this is what is really needed for children today. They really need support from people like him. Thank you so much.
Definitely, ma'am. So thank you for your time today. It was lovely talking to the two of you. And like you said, Advaidh has a long way to go, and wishing Advaidh a bright future ahead.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Thank you.